Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are, solo leveling Arise will be the topic. On today's video, I want to talk about my best teams in solo leveling Arise, and at the same time I want to learn you how to team build a proper team, so you have much higher chance to beat certain stages. Of course, sometimes it will be all about high DPS, all about the combat power, and sometimes even when you have the right team, it is super hard or even impossible to beat something. So you need patience, you need more artifacts, you need to build up better artifacts, better substats, until you reach certain goal where you can completely destroy the enemy. So I was thinking how I should do this, and I want to keep it simple. I don't want to overcomplicate things, and mainly I want to give you the most crucial informations that should be extremely helpful for you. So, in the story, for example, it really doesn't matter where do we go now, because here I just want to show you my best teams that I use when I'm using Sung, and then my best teams that I'm using when I'm going only with the hunters. And I want to show you the logic that I'm using that definitely helps me out to actually finish certain missions, even though my battle power is much lower. So there is certain conditions that you should pay attention on. You should check out the passives of the bosses, just so you know how roughly he works. A lot of more things you're gonna learn as you go into the fight, right? Okay. As well, you have the recommended element. Incoming light attacks deals 100% damage, 150% damage, more damage, okay? So definitely, it's always good to try to take as much as possible light elements. So, it's super important that you take light element weapon. For example, I have maxed out Huntsman, so it's a perfect. And then the second weapon from the Sung, depending on what you have and how much did you build it up, you can play around. Like that second weapon, it doesn't have to be the light typing, but at least one of the weapons, so you have that high DPS on that weapon, it is super important. But you can also play around with different type of combination. Like, for example, Demonic Plum Flower Sword increases critical hit damage by 12%. Full Bloom, yeah. Plum Flower Swift Flight by 20%, the speed is increased. The user's attack increased by 4%, and the user's critical hit increases by 4%. So, take the weapon. You can take other weapon, it doesn't have to be the typing, light typing, but you can take other weapon that will buff your Sung tremendously. And Demon Plum Flower Sword is doing this, plus I have the copies for him for that weapon, and this weapon goes completely insane when you have the dupes. So, you can literally play around with the weapons. Try out different combination, I definitely encourage you that. Demonic Plum Flower Sword and Huntsman here are such a crazy combination. Skite and Huntsman are such a crazy combination. Grimoire and Huntsman, super good combination as well, believe it or not. But both of those weapons can interrupt. Now, Huntsman can only interrupt if you actually have... Is it? Yeah, it's 3 copies you needed on this weapon to actually interrupt. So if you don't have like 3 copies, yeah, Grimoire could be also a really good combination with it, because it can interrupt. But at the end of the day, that's on you. That's on you what type of combination of weapons you want to try. I can also go with I can also go like this. Full light, even though it's SR weapon, still I need to build it up for this mission to work properly, but I could also go like this, because at the end of the day, all light weapons will do bigger damages. Have that in mind. Also, one more thing that you should pay attention when you are going into fight is the runes, okay? Of course, it is way more important what the rune is doing. Like here, I want to get as much as possible breaks. Always test out the enemy, always see what they're capable of, and then you're gonna know which type of skill and rune you're gonna use. But, for example, since I know that the light typing is their disadvantage, taking the armor break with light typing rune is definitely the best idea. I'm doing the almighty break, but as well I'm doing insane damage because the light is the weakness. And like this, you're gonna maximize the amount of damage that Sung can do. The basic skill 2, I would definitely take again. Let we say I need break, I need break, I need break. Okay, perfect. Heavy break, and as well, it's light typing. I can go like this. So this is the logic. Definitely, there is no exact rule. There is no exact rule. That's why I love this game. You can always play around, and there is always different strategies. Now, some of them will be better than the others, but like this, just by the element, if you're focused on the element, you're gonna maximize the amount of DPS. Now, if maximizing amount of DPS is not needed, then you should be maybe more focused on other runes that will be more helpful. But this is the logic behind it, okay? And now with the Sung, you're taking the hunters. In 90% of cases, I put Igris at first. I absolutely love getting all team members' critical hit rate increased by 6%. Mainly I use him, definitely as well. I awoken him, I ranked him up until night. And like this also I got the increase the user's attack by 100%. So super broken, then I use blades, then I use iron. That is like I already said, in 95% cases I'm going like this. Maybe sometimes you will have to be more focused on increasing attack for everyone, then you're gonna put blades on the first spot. Or maybe you wanna be more focused on increasing max HP, then you're gonna put iron here, for example. Really depends on you, really depends on your stats of the Sung, etc. But basically, that's it, what you should use most of the time. It just works perfectly for me. Now about hunters, again, you're like, okay, I need light typing. Trust me, it will help you a ton. So mainly take light typing, right? And this is what you should be focused on when creating additional support for Sung. I always prefer taking DPS characters. Like for example Cha, and also she's like god tier debuffer here. That's perfection. That's perfection. Then for example, yeah, I can take Silvermane back here. Why? Because not only he will do pretty nice DPS, but as well as a sub skill, he will also do increase the user's attack by 20%, increase the damage taken by 10%. Another additional buff for Sung to make more damage. So you're creating the team, additional team with Sung that will amplify Sung to become stronger, that will give him survivability like Min will give him. Min will give him survivability. Min will give him punishment. When this skill is used, the entire team continuously recovers HP, okay? That's why it's survivability and punishment. Boom, you're gonna do more damage with Sung. So this is the type of things you should pay attention on. Sometimes you might go more for like support and the shields. You can use also Seo here, because Seo, for example, even though she's not light typing, you don't care, because she with the support, the user's shield is equal to 10% of their HP, and she's doing medium break. So she's helping you out, providing shield for survivability. So you wanna, with your hunters, give survivability and support to Sung, buff his attack, critical rate up, and other things as much as possible. Plus as well, take some DPS right here, like Cha, who will also do pretty insane damage when you use her as a support to Sung. So this is the type of process that you should definitely have. So like I said, mainly here I'm just showing you what is the process of thinking of creating the best team possible for certain stages. So here we watched out about the light typing. We want to maximize that amount. Still at the same time, if we can break the character, we want to take a lot of breaking hunters as well. So this boss needs to be it needs to be broken like crazy. Here I have huntsmen, like I have maxed out huntsmen, so are fine, and with the right runes I'm doing crazy breaks. But if you don't have this type of situation and you know you need to break him, then definitely you can also go for the breaking characters, even SR characters like this. Okay, this is the character that can give you shield and the breaks. Okay, I cannot remember now. Okay, I rarely use him because I just don't need it. Okay, he's doing medium break and the shield. Okay, so again, you use the hunters that will help you toward destroying the enemy depending on what enemy does. Still, the best option for me here against this battle is using two light characters. Job, that can do insane good job with the DPS plus the buffs. Min, crazy good job with the heal and the buffs. And then Silver Mane, doing another additional buffs towards the Sung, and again, doing the DPS. And also here, Igris is increasing the critical rate up for my whole team. Absolutely busted. Absolutely busted. One of the best teams that you can have. One of the best teams that you can have in the game are right here. Now, if you don't have the light typings, or maybe you don't have like Silvermane Bah nor Cha, you go like this. Like Choi can do nice DPS. I need to build him up properly. And Emma can do a lot of breaking, plus the damage, you know? She's gonna do the breaks as well. So you can really play around. There is no exact rule, but definitely certain characters in certain situations will just work better than the others. But that's on you at the end of the day to test it out. And this is pretty much the whole philosophy about team building. Focusing on which element and focusing on what boss can do. Depending on those testings, you're gonna pretty much know which type of team you wanna form. Again, you wanna get as much as possible buffs for the Sung, so you maximize the amount of damage. You need a max amount of breaks in this type of stage, for example, and many other things. And as well, like Min, I don't even know when I don't use him. I use him constantly. That guy is one of the best support in the game. Hands down, I absolutely love it. Now, there is also different other missions where you're using only hunters. Okay? So let me take an example. Like literally what I'm telling you, you can apply this to every single enemy. That's why I think this is the best way that I do this. Okay. So now we forget about Sung, we forget about his weapons and everything else. We are now focused solely on the hunters. Now, Cerberus. Recommended element is water. Okay, so this is the first thing that we should be focused on. Like Cerberus is an extremely broken unit, and you really need to be focused on that water element damage, especially in the beginning. And as well, like I already said, you need to be focused on the passives as well. He can break fire damage. Use a skill that does continuous damage, he can bleed you out. And as well, strong against fire. Incoming fire attacks deals 50% damage. So lower damage, guys, lower damage by 50%. So this is the match where you're like, okay, I don't need flame units. I don't want to have fire units. So Choi, Emma is out. Who else do I have? Well, a stupidly good option if you don't... This is Seo.
Not bad. Oh, not bad.
Num, super good option. Min is extreme. Like Min, you can use him everywhere. You can use him everywhere because you're gonna use him for that healing, and again, he will do that punishment where you're gonna do more damage overall. So here, mainly, you wanna completely forget about fire typing. Everything else you can play around. Like this team can completely destroy Cerberus. Maybe not tier 10, because I need to full build my Seo yet, etc, but still you can destroy Cerberus with this team, for example. Again, you're focused on few things. Getting You're focused on getting support, survivability, and everything else what Min can provide. Seo. Now again, you want to break him as soon as possible. Seo can do that. Seo is an incredible spammer of the skills. Like, she has such a low cooldown, bro. And she's just incredible DPS and support with survivability because of the shields. And as well, she can do the breaks. And she will do a lot of those weak breaks, trust me, but it will stack up and actually insane breaker. Okay, have that in mind. If you don't have Seo, the good replacement is Numb in this type of case, because she can do like a lot of breaks and freezes, plus again water element damage. This is something that you're gonna need to have in this battle or you're gonna just die out. So really truly one water element DPS is super important, and then with the rest you play around. Min again for support, crazy good. She's incredible, top tier and the best SR unit in the game in my eyes. Her damage output and everything else is on another level, plus extremely helpful character in this type of fights. Okay, but if you have something better, you can go even with this type of combination, right? You play around, you just don't want to use fire element characters. You can even take Silvermane back, like no joke. If you have him, you can go with him. You can have, like, of course, this normal back as well as additional breaking support plus DPS. So there is like many options that you can do. Of course, Cha, bro. Like with this team, I managed to destroy tier 10 easily. So I have the DPS right here. One of the best teams in the game. Easy. So I have DPS, I have a breaking DPS and shield and support and survivability, and also increase the attack. Working perfectly together, and then Cha completely obliterates this. Also, like overall, not for Cerberus now, but overall I'm talking about the best teams that you can use as well, is this one. Like, not against Cerberus now, okay? Don't misunderstand me. But also, overall in the game, in many cases, this is a stupidly broken team as well, okay?
Leave it to me.
Like this. Here you have the breaking, you have the shield, you have the fire damage, you have crazy ranges of the attacks, and then Cha completely obliterates everything. That's a really nice combination that you can use. But again, I prefer using Min in almost every single team because he does so much. Okay guys, I believe we're done. Hopefully you mainly here, I didn't want to now show you all different variations of the teams, all different combinations that you can use, but mainly I wanted to teach you how to create a proper team. What are those aspects you should pay attention on?
Leave it to me.
What are those things you should pay attention on? So the recommended element that I highly recommend that most of them you use it if you have it built up, but always in most cases you're gonna need that element DPS, especially in those late game, etc. Plus always check out the boss passives and test out the boss. When you test out the boss and you learn how he works, you're gonna pretty much know how to counter it really easy. When you find yourself, when you learn about characters, how they work, etc., you're gonna be able to counter it and just like be better and better. So that's that, guys. Love ya. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Hopefully it was clear. If you have any more questions, ask me in the comment section below. For the end, I just want to show you like really briefly the best teams that you can have for the hunters. So Cha, Seo, Min, super crazy good. Cha, Emma, Min, insane combination. Like this combination in entire game, trust me, it's stupidly broken. Again, not against Cerberus because he will obliterate Emma. She won't do a lot here. But in most content, this is insanely broken team.
Make this a clean sweep.
Choi is a nice addition here, but this is like mainly focused DPS team where you don't need breaking. Silvermane back here, again when you don't need actual breaking too much, but mainly DPS.
can trust me.
Lee is nice for the charm and everything else, and again increasing the damage taken. So that's pretty nice team as well. Like you can go like this. This is pretty dope team. I didn't test it a lot because I'm still working on Lee Bora. And that's it. Now I have like different variations, many variations that I can use here with the hunters, depending do I need to break, and many other things. Okay guys, hopefully you did enjoy it. Mainly I was showcasing here how to build a team, not so much showcasing what are the best teams, etc. But still I did mention a few best teams that I use. I explained to you how the Sung team building works, and that's pretty much it. If you have any more questions, ask me in the comment section below. Love ya, thank you for the whole support. Again, join the Discord server, join the STAYSHARP content creator program. If you do that, in a week time, you might have a chance, you will have a chance to win $50. Now guys, I always say this, and please follow the rules. Please send me on my email or in the comment section, tell me your Discord ID and the ID that you supported me on STAYSHARP content creator program. Without these two informations, I just cannot confirm that you've done all of this. Have that in mind. Even though you might done it, I just can't know. Okay, so have that in mind. That's it guys, love you. Hope you did enjoy it, and yeah, see you next one. Bye.